Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where I dive deep into influencer culture to call them out for their crappy behaviors. Today, my hair is super curly. Isn't that fun? It just kind of happened. My daughter wanted me to curl her. Today was also the rewind. The crazy huge week. All three of my big kids are back to school. It was the first day of school today, and my daughter wanted to curl her hair, my eldest. So I was like, yeah, sure. And then she got one of the 3-in-1 curling irons. I was like, I kind of want to use the tiny one on my hair. And this is what we ended up. I have entered my Shirley Temple era. And I love it, I think. I don't know. It's super fun to play with, so bouncy. And it's also my birthday week. This video is probably coming out on my birthday, so that's fun, which is on Thursday, the 28th. Yeah, and I'll be home all by myself while all my kids are in school. Just kidding. My toddler's still home, but he starts school next week. Not school, daycare. Little kid school still. So yeah, big week for us, big changes. Also, side note, I just realized there's like a little face in my mic sock. So that's funny. While I was trying to dust off the ample amounts of cat hair, I realized the little merp face. So we got a merp joining us today too. But with all that being said, today we are going to be talking about Rachel Hughes again because apparently she got a positive pregnancy test. I have a funny feeling it might be clickbait because everything Rachel Hughes does is literally clickbait and it's really annoying. So I am here to save you guys the time of your day from going and watching her video, and we'll watch it together and discuss. But yeah, with all that being said, I think we will have a lot to talk about today. So let's go, guys. Before we get into the drama and seeing what Rachel has to say, how much clickbait she's blessed us with today, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, especially if you enjoy my coverage of things, and ring the bell, set it to all, not personalized, because it likes to do that and then not notify anyone of anything I post, and I truly appreciate it. It really, really does help out the channel. Let's look at what Rachel has to say. So first things first, Rachel Hughes is pregnant again, maybe pregnant again, at the very least trying for another tiny human. I'm just not about it. I am so over influencers getting pregnant and having babies only to exploit them on the internet. There is literally no excuse for it anymore. These children are born on the internet and then don't have a single day of privacy in their entire freaking life. It is so sad. And with all the kids growing up now, with the Frankie kids speaking out about how it destroyed any semblance of a childhood that they had. Sure, we're grateful for the money. We're grateful that we didn't struggle financially, but it's not worth it. It's not worth damaging your kids' social reputation, their mental health, their physical health in some cases when it comes to food talk rage baiters, which is just like enough. But the thing that upsets me the most about Rachel is months and months ago, she said that she was taking away Beckham's wheelchair.
We have made the decision that the wheelchair will not be in our home until we have a one-story. He gets to be in his wheelchair for 6 hours every single day, aside from Saturday and Sunday.
You know, his legs, taking them away from him because he had a horrific accident where he fell down the basement stairs, which has a door at the top of it. So, I mean, I don't know why we don't just lock the door and give the child his wheels, but I guess that's too logical. I don't know. I have zero clue as to why he would still be now in his home without his wheelchair. And she said that she was taking it away until they moved to a one-story home, which has all been put on pause to have a third baby. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. These kids have zero privacy. All of their medical information, all of their personal details, bathroom issues, feeding issues, it's all shared to thousands of people, and it's just not okay. These kids cannot consent to any of this, and they likely don't know the amount of information that their mother is sharing to strangers on the internet. It is making it so much more parasocial. I have another video coming out on Emily Kaiser and the horrific tragedy that she suffered recently. If you know, you know. But the focus in that video is mainly on the parasocial response that followed the her poor little baby passing away. It is insane, the entitlement that these people have when it comes to the parasocial bond that they form with children. The fact that they were also looking to move out of Utah to Arizona, well, Arizona doesn't have any protections in place for children being posted online, whereas Utah does, I'm pretty sure at least, especially with Sherry Frankie now speaking out, trying to get legislation passed, stricter laws, stricter rules. It is such disgusting behavior that we're seeing play out in real time in front of our eyeballs. Nuts. But if we take a look over at Rachel's channel, so here we have a Rachel Hughes mental health, lifestyle, and motherhood. Hasn't changed other than the fact that it's not House of Hughes anymore, even though she 100% exploits her children. Really, really terribly. But if you look at her views here, now they are all about average views. She's only getting 13, 14, 16, 13, 18. This one has 9 with just her. And then 11 with a picture of Beckham with his shirt wide open getting a feed. I don't know why she feels the need to constantly show herself tube feeding her son half naked, but it's gross. It's not gross that he gets tube fed, to be clear. It's gross that she shows it online to thousands upon thousands of strangers all the time. Again, no privacy. This kid's life is a commodity for entertainment for other people, for strangers online. This has nothing to do with sharing our journey as a mom of special needs kids, which she labels herself as a special needs mom, which you're not a special needs mom, just saying. Words matter. It's gross. But if we look here at her, let's go to videos. So her last few videos, like I said, 13, 18, the one where it's just her talking about her mental health and anxiety, 9.3K, not even double digits. And then we have a vasectomy reversal. Sorry, Hunter, that you also get exploited. But I mean, I guess he's consenting to it at least. 16K views, little boost. And then seizure update, day in the life, 11K. It's baby time. We want another baby after 5 years. How and when? A hospital vlog, 11K. So she's hoping that this baby is going to save her channel, that it's going to boost her into the algorithm. And it wouldn't even freaking surprise me if she's hoping for another high risk thing to be able to monetize that story, that emotion, that everything. Disgusting behavior. It is something that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy, having a preemie, having any type of pregnancy complications, and yet you have someone here, allegedly, fiending for it for views on her channel. Because if we take a look at her most popular, 1 year ago, the hard moments of being a disabled toddler. How do you know what his hard moments are? But okay. The story of my 27-week miracle baby. Everything Beckham does in a day. Huge doctor error. But if you look at these views, 1.7, 904K, 662K, 459K. Those are the type of views that she's trying to recreate. And it's not working. 352, 351, 250, 278. So good. It's good that her views are dwindling all year this year. If we go back and look about 8 months ago, we'll go 8-9 months. We have 15K. We have a 40K, 30K, 40K. Beckham has something to tell you. 3 massive medical updates for Beckham. 2 times the amount of views as usual. Diagnosed twice in 2 weeks. Special needs school parade. Our superhero got sick. So again, sick kids. 24 hours of chaos in Beckham's world. And then they answering your questions. Reset my life with me. And then here we go. We have this heart surgery and devastating MRI results on life support. The one child that she decided to exploit and has never done again. That was 5 months ago. Did she ever show receipts of donating to this family? What were the subscriptions did it not work out? Again, I said it then and I will say it now. That family should have gotten that entire AdSense from that video on top of the monthly subscription donation bonus. But you know what? She's not going to make any money doing that anymore. And her money is the only way that funds this lifestyle. She's also already said that she's going to get a boob job after this next baby. It just shows you where her priorities are. Beckham got into a specialized therapy program and they said, no, we can't afford it. He's not going to go do that. We can't afford it. And then a week later, she has her dream car, a Tesla, for Mother's Day. It was literally 2 weeks after she said we can't afford therapy, physical therapy for our disabled son. We found mold, thousands of dollars of damage in our house. I remember that. See, surprise. My husband surprised me with my dream car for Mother's Day. And it's like, again. What the hell? It wasn't even for her birthday. It was for Mother's Day. It's the same thing when people get iPads from Santa. That might be a hot take, but I don't think that should be a thing. Why? Because not every Santa can afford iPads for their children. Now, is that parent's fault? No, but why not give it to them and take the freaking credit? And I understand gifting without needing credit and having it be a big gift and a big surprise. I get all of that, but at the same time, that's so excessive. It's so excessive. And kids talk at school. What did Santa bring you? Santa brought me an iPad. Oh, Santa brought me a pair of socks and a chocolate bar. It's just things to be mindful of. It doesn't make sense to me, but that might just be a hot take. Quite passionate about it. Wheelchair and moving update, which I'm pretty sure we watched last time, and he still doesn't have his wheelchair and got fitted for the wheelchair. It was a hospital vlog and a bunch of other terrible stuff. And then our third baby, 23K views, so not even a boost. And also, why does she do this? Why does she use these pictures where she looks ill? And that's not me. She's obviously a very pretty person. She's got a beautiful body. Like, she's a beautiful person. But why does she use these thumbnails that make her look sickly? Is it for attention? Does it get the more clicks? I wonder. And it's only certain ones. Okay. And then finally here, I got a positive pregnancy test. 13K views 3 days ago. People just aren't clicking on it anymore. And I am so here for it. Stop having kids for content. So they barely even got a boost in anything talking about this pregnancy so far. Let's jump over and see. I have both of these downloaded. Grief surrounding our third baby's gender, and I got a positive pregnancy test, which, like, I don't even understand. I don't know the grief she's gonna speak on. Maybe we should watch the video. So we are gonna watch the I can't even talk. I got a positive pregnancy test. I mean, that is a tongue twister, so can you blame me? We're going to watch that because I'm curious as to if this is clickbait or not. And the fact that it has lower views than her last few videos and it's I got a positive pregnancy test, like, I'm amazing. Amazing. Ooh, there is one thing I want to go check really quickly before we start this, though. I think she said it was on her latest short. This isn't education, it's exploitation. This isn't raising awareness. This is how you exploit your children. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a lesson on how to not show your children on camera. Do we even want to watch this short? One of my followers who came in hot at me, which, like, girl, we cool. I love you, girl. She came in hot after I had been covering Rachel Hughes and was like, this is so awful. She's a great mom. She takes great care of her children. And then she watched my video and was like, oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, let's see this. I can't hear anything.
Kids are back in school and I just got done lifting, so let's go grab Blakely from preschool.
I hate this.
How many Skittles?
3, and I have yellow.
Have fun at school?
Okay, when I get home.
That's our Crumble gift card, baby. Someone's sassy. Mommy is starving. Should we go home and get some food?
Why is the fact that she doesn't want to be on camera means she's sassy? No, she doesn't want a camera shoved in her face.
Gotta love being a girl, Mom.
You come with the freaking rocks.
Alright, come take your vitamins, girl. Alright, baby cakes, what do you want to eat?
I don't know that. Today I'm going to eat breakfast right now. Bye.
You gotta choose, girl. Mac and cheese it is. Leftovers, baby. Mac and cheese and strawberries.
I hate these cuts so much, and I get it. I get that it's like the thing right now, but the fact that it's this entire video is really annoying me.
Berries. That's hot.
Can I have ice cream cone later?
Yes, ma'am.
It's literally for every movement. Like, why?
Okay, this is hot, baby. Blow on it real good and give it a minute, okay? Good girl. Yummy. Look who got a little haircut. My precious Chloe girl. I'm gonna go shower really quick, okay, baby? Chill, it's just an ovulation test. Before I jump in the shower, I'm going to test my ovulation because I should be ovulating today.
Information that I don't need to know. You need to know. Your husband needs to know.
Perfect. I'll check it as soon as I get out of the shower. That's some good news. Hunter's about to be real happy. I cannot believe how
This is it's so glitchy. Like, what is this editing, Rachel? This is too much. It doesn't need to be a cut at every movement. It really doesn't. It doesn't.
much medication has completely changed my entire life. When I first started taking this, I was like, you cannot tell me that normal people function like this every day. Lexapro and Wellbutrin. Magic. Sissy, let's do your homework. Okay, so we're gonna practice writing your letters, okay?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, P.
That's an I. So tell me where you start.
Here.
Good, babe. I'm raising a genius. You're gonna do that.
Oh my God.
One across.
Okay. If I make a mistake, I use this eraser.
Good job.
Oh, I made a little bit of a mistake.
You did so good, baby. It's perfect.
It's not perfect. She made a mistake.
Good job. Don't mind the lawnmowers in the backyard. Wait, I think they're leaving. Bribing Blakely with some ice cream to go on a walk with me.
Oh my. You are going to have the worst time parenting this teenager, and I can't wait to witness it all. She is going to literally give them a horrible time. Good God. Okay. Yeah, that was unnecessary. But she did have a valid point on, I didn't know Medicaid, like normal people function this way. Right before I got on ADHD medication, I was the same way. It was literally the way my doctor described it was like a ball and chain, and you're just dragging it around everywhere and just trying to get stuff done, and you just can't, and something's wild. And also really interesting to think is the fact that normal neurotypical people don't think the same way you do. And it's like, what? You mean people don't ruminate for 10 days on stuff, and people don't overthink and overanalyze everything, and normal people don't live with this kind of chaos in their brain all the time? Huh. Interesting. Must be nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take a peek at this. I'm going to speed it up because Rachel talks so slow. So let's see what she has to say about this positive pregnancy test.
Every little thing that I was feeling, I was like, is that a pregnancy symptom? Is that a pregnancy symptom? Oh my gosh, could I be pregnant? I did get a faint positive. I know it's been a minute, but I promise there is good reason as to why. I know that a lot of you have been anxiously waiting for an update on Hunter's vasectomy reversal. I am so grateful for the way you guys have been invested in this journey, because it's obviously been such a life-altering decision to decide after 5 years of permanently being done with kids to try and reverse that decision in order to bring another beautiful baby into our family. We are, as of right now, you know what, let me double check because I'm actually not positive. Tomorrow we are exactly 6 weeks post-op, which is so exciting. I feel like these last 6 weeks have flown by with the exception of 2 of them, which was a little difficult, and I am going to be discussing that with you guys. The reason that it's been a second since I filmed an update or a video for you guys is because I have really been going back and forth on how much of this experience I want to share with you, and I wasn't sure when I wanted to share things with you. I knew I wanted to share this unique experience and document it, and I've gotten a lot of messages, you guys, of people who are interested in having their husbands reverse their vasectomies, and they've never heard anybody talk about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, because I did so much research trying to find people talk about it, hearing about success stories, how they felt about it afterwards, etc. And there's hardly any information out there. So I'm grateful that I'm able to have the platform and opportunity to share kind of a more unique experience. So I am so stoked to thank our sponsor today, Bob.
Sorry, who's this sponsor?
Brad. I don't know if you guys know that I have clearly
Bob and
been a
Brad.
little bit.
Okay, Bob and Brad. Don't buy from them. They support child exploiters.
Thank you so much again to Bob and Brad for sponsoring today's video. A lot has been going on. Hunter obviously got his reversal, as I mentioned, 6 weeks ago. We were told that the first 4 months are going to be the most optimal in terms of trying to conceive. My ovulation.
Really? Why? She's not going to explain why, but I'm so curious. I'll go look it up after, because within the first year, most couples achieve pregnancy within 6 to 12 months, although some sooner or later. Early conception is ideal because success rates decrease over time as the repair might close. Okay. Fair. Valid. We'll accept that answer.
Actually lined up exactly 2 weeks post-surgery. So we didn't share this at the time, but we did try and conceive in July. And let me just tell you, those 2 weeks were such a whirlwind. So I personally have been so incredibly blessed and fortunate that I have never experienced any sort of infertility. And I know that so many women talk about the 2-week wait, and it's really never been something I've experienced because Beckham was a beautiful, magical surprise for us, and Blakely was our first try. We have just been incredibly naive to the experience of trying to conceive, and for that I am so incredibly thankful. However, the empathy and sympathy that I've been able to develop just in the past 6 weeks for women who go through infertility, it is something I could truly never imagine, and it is so important.
I mean, I will give it to her. Thank you for acknowledging this, Rachel. Thank you, because there are so many people who, I mean, just like Matt and Abby, a lot of people were coming back at me saying like, well, it's not their job to deal with other people's emotions and to cater to everyone's feelings. No, absolutely not. And also, they can share their experience, share their story. That's not the problem. The problem is how they presented it on this high horse while simultaneously talking like they struggled, like they know what it's like to struggle. And they just don't. And there was no acknowledgement of that. And that's what was bothersome. It wasn't so much the fact that they didn't struggle. Wouldn't wish that upon anyone. It wasn't the fact that they need to cater to everyone's emotions. It's the fact that they went through the entire video being like, we almost had another unplanned pregnancy and we hit it on the first try, but we were super scared and we were super stressed and we didn't know and we this and we that. Like, it was just the way it was presented. So I appreciate you, Rachel, for acknowledging that. Thank you.
That I just express my love and my compassion to anyone who was trying to conceive and on their conception journey. And I just love you. I see you. I do not know what you are experiencing, but my heart truly is with you. And I am so incredibly sorry that an experience that comes so easy to some can come so difficult and with so much trauma and so much emotion to others. It is truly so unfair. And I just want everyone out there to know that if you are going through a conception journey, you are so strong, so patient. And I am just so incredibly proud of you. And I hope that you feel comfortable enough to share your story. And I'd also love to hear from any of you in the comments if you are comfortable sharing. We knew that when we tried to conceive at 2 weeks post-op, that it wasn't giving us a lot of time for Hunter to regenerate the way that we needed in order to have a successful conception.
They never stopped generating sperm. Just saying. As long as he's healed, like fully and not sore anymore from the procedure, you don't need time to regenerate. Men are always generating sperm. It's just they don't come out when there's a vasectomy. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think my anatomy is that off. I know I'm out of practice, but yeah, men produce sperm after a vasectomy, but the surgery blocks the sperm from releasing during the dirty. Exactly. But the testicles always, yeah, that's why vasectomies are so great, because it doesn't mess with your hormones. It doesn't really mess with anything. It's just literally cutting the connection. Whereas if women get their fallopian tubes removed or any type of surgery like that, that messes with your hormones. Those are what produce estrogen. So, okay. Well, tick one. I mean, she got the first thing right within the first year, not 4 months. 6 to 12 months is fine. Everyone who's trying this process, but it doesn't take time for sperm to regenerate, but okay. Okay, so here it does say sperm recovery for quality and normalizing, but it says you should wait approximately 4 weeks after a vasectomy reversal before resuming intercourse or masturbations to allow proper healing and avoid complications. Yikes. So 2 weeks is not quite 4 weeks. During your recovery period, you should also avoid heavy lifting, strenuous activities. It's crucial to follow your doctor's specific post-operative instructions. Okay. Here it says at least 2 to 4 weeks though. So instructions unclear.
happened for us because of my experience with my two first kids. Even though this is such a different experience, I just had a lot of naive thoughts and feelings, which I do think I did the best that I could at the time with the information and experiences that I had. So I give myself a lot of compassion for the belief that I had. So the 2 weeks in that waiting period were just so exciting and full of anxiousness, and I just had never experienced that before. And every little thing that I was feeling, I was like, is that a pregnancy symptom? Is that a pregnancy symptom? Oh my gosh, could I be pregnant? Hi, little miss, you wanna go say hi?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? We just had food.
I just want a snack.
You just want a snack?
I wanted to share Chloe a snack because she was really hungry. She told me that, so I was gonna go get a snack for Chloe and me to share.
Oh, that makes
just
sense.
Like a snack because
You're such
she's
a
really
good-
hungry and I'm a little bit hungry. So I'm gonna
Oh,
go
you're
get
such a
snack.
good sister. Why don't you grab a cheese stick? I bet Chloe would love to share that.
I think not, because you won't. We're just doing it for real. She doesn't want it. Pretend she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. She's allergic.
She's allergic to cheese?
Yeah,
That's
just
good.
pretend.
Oh, just pretend. Okay. Well, you go find a snack, girly pop.
Okay.
I love you.
I know she doesn't. She's not allergic to something I'm gonna get for her, and we're both gonna like it. So I'm gonna go get it for her.
Okay, I'm so proud of you. You're such a good sissy. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to make that girl a sibling to another baby? She's so cute. And her commentary.
Everyone except you. Literally everyone except you. You don't even parent her properly.
On this entire thing has been so adorable. I can't wait to share those details with you. As I was saying, pregnancy symptoms, I just was overanalyzing everything, and anyone who has tried to conceive, I am sure completely understands what I mean when you quite literally just drive yourself insane wondering if you are pregnant or not between ovulation and when you're supposed to start your cycle. One thing that was a little odd is I was testing with first response pregnancy tests, and I started testing at 9 DPO. I did get a faint positive, and
That's not a positive. That's an evap line. I don't think that's a positive. It's too far over. Yeah, no, that's an evap line. She probably took it and then had a shower like she did with the ovulation test, and that's what pops up. You can see the space is too far over for it to be a actual second line.
A very interesting experience because it was extremely faint. However, there was definitely a second line. Like, it was not like a clearly negative test. With
I think
my
it's
other two
too far
babies,
over.
I had super clear negative tests up until the day my period was supposed to start. I was like, oh, this is really, really interesting. I'm getting a really faint line, but my digitals are still saying not pregnant. So my HCG must just be extremely, extremely low. And I was just assuming that I was testing pretty early, so they would just continue to get more positive, which I feel like is a pretty normal thought with what I was actually seeing on the test. I actually ended up getting 2 faint positives, and then I started my cycle. So I was feeling a little bit disappointed just because I obviously thought that I was pregnant for a moment there with that really faint line. I was able to just, feel some emotions, feel some disappointment, a disappointment that I've never felt before because we had been so incredibly fortunate in the past with trying to conceive. It really allowed me to recognize the depths of infertility to the tiniest, like most minuscule, like tiny extent. But I just envisioned for a moment that feeling of disappointment that I had, and women who feel that for months and years, and it's a thought I cannot comprehend. I cannot.
You know what, guys? I know we don't like her. We still don't like her. We don't like the way that she treats her children, the way she exploits her children. But I can appreciate this conversation. At least she's acknowledging the fact that she felt it, and she can't even comprehend people who struggle for longer. She's hitting all the points. I don't know. Maybe ChatGPT helped her write this script to be as empathetic as possible. But credit where credit's due, right?
Tell you how much compassion I feel for those women. I can't imagine having to have that much faith, hope, strength, and truly I'm just so amazed by anyone this is applicable to. I was able to, I just had a little bit of a cry that morning just from being a little bit let down, and I came out into the kitchen.
And also PMSing. It's literally it's a double whammy. Not only are you let down, but you also have your period and feel like crap. It's double
Hunter
whammy.
and Blakely, and they were both so compassionate and kind. And Blakely actually jumped right off her bar stool and gave me a big hug. And I just said, Mommy's just a little bit sad because I found out that there's not a baby in my belly right now. She kissed my tummy and said, don't worry, Mommy, there will be a baby in your belly soon. And that was the sweetest experience. I just had that small little moment of a letdown and sadness. And then I was able to have a beautiful rest of my day and recognize we are still so fortunate that we have the opportunity to move forward and try and conceive. Now, because I didn't get pregnant on that first try, it is normal that I didn't, of course. We sent in a sample just to make sure that the reversal was successful, which is what we were supposed to do regardless. We sent in a sample and we got incredible news back that the pathway is open and that everything worked properly, and we were able to see what we wanted to see in that sample. It was a great number, and it's still just climbing because Hunter hasn't had a lot of time to regenerate. So everything looked phenomenal. We were able to speak to our doctors and nurses, and they said that everything looks great and we just simply need more time. So we were ecstatic about that, and I am just feeling so happy, so hopeful, so optimistic. I'm so incredibly grateful that this has been our experience and that the reversal was successful. So now moving forward, forward with the months to come. You know, I just wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you guys when we were really actively trying to conceive. I didn't want there to be like any pressure of people asking like, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? But then I realized, honestly,
But you've already been baby baiting for months. People are already going to be asking, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Because you said we're trying for baby number 3. So regardless of how much you share or don't share, you've already set people up with the expectation that you're going to be pregnant soon. They're going to be asking. It's the internet. And you have super ridiculously parasocial relationships that have formed with you and your children. So
after watching some videos of some girls who just were experiencing that 2-week wait and girls that were trying to conceive, I was like so engulfed in wanting to watch those videos that I just realized I literally cannot find a video of someone documenting what trying to conceive was like month to month after having a reversal. And I personally think it's incredibly interesting and like understanding the science behind it. But I also just feel like I cannot be the only woman who has experienced this, and I just want to share it.
It's about raising awareness.
And when I say who's experienced this, I simply just mean trying to conceive and what that's like month to month post a reversal. I am going to be sharing with you guys a little bit more in depth on like timelines and what we're able to do. This I have not shared, and I'm really excited to just kind of spill all the tea for you guys. We are actively trying, and we have been able to actively try obviously since July, about a month ago. We are going to continue to try even though we know that it can take up to a few weeks, up to a
Well, yeah, you want a baby. Obviously, you're going to continue to try. Okay, see, she's lost me now.
months for Hunter to be healthy enough to conceive. And even after that, obviously,
No.
it still takes a healthy couple who's able to conceive a few months on average just naturally. So I would be just so ecstatic if we were able to conceive by the spring of next year. But I do want to be able to like share videos with you guys and kind of look back on my experience and see what I was feeling month to month. And I actually feel like I kind of need an outlet in that 2-week wait.
Of course, that's what they all say. I need an outlet to share my experience because therapy's too expensive.
Because I've never experienced it. It's just so new for me. And also hear from other women because I know all of your experiences can help me and shed light on things I'm not experiencing. So I hope you guys are excited. Come along this journey with us. I am like just so grateful and so excited and so happy. And every month I know that I'm a month closer to getting to experience another beautiful pregnancy. And I am not gonna cry, but it is just a desire that is so incredibly strong. And I'm so excited. So I wanted to share.
Why? Why? It must be the attention. It has to be. It has to be the attention, or it's the views. The views are down. But even this pregnancy journey, like she's not giving her the views.
Share all of those details with you and give you guys like a major life update because I know it's been a second. To be honest, I was so consumed in that 2-week wait and just like trying to navigate like, okay, am I going to like announce a pregnancy? Am I going to want to announce it early? When am I going to want to announce it? How am I going to tell Hunter? How are we going to tell our families? Okay, what happens if I'm not pregnant? Like when do we need to go back in to figure out if it was successful? Like I just was so consumed and like needed that time just to really be with Hunter and navigate these emotions. Now I just feel like it's the perfect time to allow you guys to join us on our journey post a vasectomy reversal. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to answer them down below. I do want to do like a Q&A.
You mean ask them down below, not answer them? You said if they have any questions, not answers.
And I do want to be able to answer like some more specific questions that you guys have because I have been getting a lot of DMs, especially on Instagram, asking specific questions that I think people are nervous to ask. I'm an open book, so I'm happy to share. But I hope you guys enjoyed this update and I hope that you're excited to come on our trying.
I absolutely am not excited for this journey. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, girl. Not excited. So yeah, obviously it was clickbait. I mean, are we even surprised at this point that Rachel Hughes clickbaited a video? I'm not. I'm pretty confident. You guys can let me know if anyone has ever experienced an evap line. Let me know down below if you agree that those lines were too far apart, because I'm pretty sure a first response positive pregnancy test, like they're much closer together than that. I don't know. Maybe we can Google it. Oh, see, this looks like Rachel's though. Wait, what happened? Why did I go to the, what? But I want the, okay. Oh, maybe not. They are pretty far apart. See, but you can see here, well, maybe you can't see here. It's faint and it kind of looks like what Rachel's was, but hers was definitely a little bit darker. Yeah, so this looks a lot like Rachel's. And yeah, I think that's an evap line, to be honest. You have to be really careful. You have to look at the pregnancy tests within the time window that it gives, or the evap line can appear. It doesn't always appear every time, I don't think, but it can appear, and it's not a pregnancy. And it's possible that she just had a chemical pregnancy. But again, I feel like the line might have been a little bit darker if it was a chemical pregnancy. I don't know. Hard to say. But yeah, clickbaiting pregnancy tests, and it didn't work. It didn't work. She didn't get extra views on that video. So I'm kind of here for it. I might go ahead and look at that other video quickly offline, see if there's anything to write home about, because she's talking about gender disappointment with her third. Might be a very interesting topic to talk about. And I was actually, I think, who was I talking to this about? Oh, I think I was talking to my eldest daughter about this, because she's like, what do you think about gender reveal parties? And I was like, well, I don't know. I think they're a little bit silly, and I think influencers made them a bigger thing than they should be, frankly. But she was speaking more so on the ones where it's very obvious that one of the parents is disappointed, they stomp off or they cry or whatever. And just to make that a forever video on the internet and let your kid know that you were disappointed in them while they were still in your belly, that's just wild and just really gross behavior. I find, at least. I don't know why people post those negative reactions, and I know it's real and raw, and I know that gender disappointment is a thing, and it's okay to feel that, but imagine your child knowing that and it being a joke on the internet for their entire life. That's bully material. That's haha, you weren't wanted, ha ha ha. I just don't think it's okay, especially if you're going into it knowing that you want a specific gender and you know that you're going to be disappointed. If it's not that, it's a 50-50 chance. You're going to get it or you're not going to get it. It's going to be a boy or it's going to be a girl. There's two options. You can't choose. You can try to attempt to choose and have sex 5 days before ovulation because girl sperms live longer or closer to ovulation because boys swim faster, stuff like that. But it's not a through and through hard proven science. Unless you're choosing the gender through an embryo, through IVF, it's not a science, which also I don't think should be a thing because it's just genetic modification and it's just a dangerous path we are headed down. Dangerous path. Now, that said, my opinion kind of changes if it is a IVF baby and the parents have only been able to conceive through IVF and they're only going to have 2 shots at it, then I'm a little bit more lenient on the, okay, choose a boy and choose a girl, you know, if that's what they want, or 2 boys, 2 girls, whatever they want, if they're already struggling and going through the IVF thing. But someone like Kira, who I just saw the other day talking about the fact that if she were to get pregnant through IVF, she'd go and make sure that it was a boy, stuff like that. You're not having a baby for the right reason. And I understand that desire to want a specific gender, but like I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope, I guess that's it. But I'll fully admit, if my last was a girl, we would have been pretty disappointed. Everyone would have been disappointed. My daughters would have been disappointed. My son probably would have been disappointed. You know, like we would have felt that. Still love the baby regardless, but there would have been that level of shock and disappointment there, which is another reason why I waited till birth, because then it's like, I have a baby and they're squishy and they're cute. I'm not ruminating on the fact for 20 weeks that it's not the gender that I wanted and stuff like that, because again, rumination and overthinking and analyzing and all the things that happen in my brain every day. But yeah, that's just kind of like a ranty moment. Sorry guys, I just seeing a lot of these things eternalized on the internet forever. It makes me sad for those kids and their future, and like seeing stuff like Blakely acting the way she acts on Rachel's videos. Oh, but she's the perfect little princess and she can do no wrong, and but your kid is borderline swearing, you know, close the freaking garage. If my kid talked to me like that, I would, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd be shocked. It's just such a disrespectful way of speaking, and there's no correction. Again, maybe she corrected it off camera and then like, hey, watch your language with me. Watch the way you ask things or say things. It's important. And then on that short that we watched together, we have proof of her leaving Blakely to go have a shower. What happened last time you left both kids together? One fell down the freaking stairs and she just videotaped herself leaving her child to go have a shower. And I know that it's only Blakely at home. Fine, fair. Maybe we don't do that with both of them now. And she's a little bit older. She's 5, almost 6. She was on her tablet. She was having a snack. Like, I know all these things. It's just wild to see it filmed on camera with her just sitting there eating lunch with a scalding hot bowl of mac and cheese. And it's like, hey, bye, I'm going to go have a shower, an ovulation test, and scrub and exfoliate. I don't know. Just something I caught there, but at least Beckham wasn't home with her. But I think that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed spending some time with me. Thank you so much for spending time with me, potentially on my birthday, Maybe, yeah, I think I can get this out on my birthday on Thursday. I hope you are having a fantastic, amazing, wonderful day wherever you are. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before heading out because it really helps my channel out and it's a free way to do so. And I so appreciate it at the end of the day. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.